What up? It's your boy Dickface, back for another epic food review. I just got back from watching The Conjuring. The devil made me do it, but the Ian Devil is a 3, because it's the third Conjuring film, but it's the first one that I've seen. So why did I go and see this? It's because, you know, all of these films are made to be disconnected from the prior film, so anyone can jump in at any point to, you know, maximize the amount of sales, because, you know, these films live and die off of horny teenage boys who feel the need to prove their masculinity to some girl they have a crush on or their other male friends. And after watching this, I'm less incentivized to go and watch the other two. This just wasn't good. It's just, I mean, if you're the type of person that likes cheap thrills, then, you know, you'll get a kick out of this, I suppose. But, you know, this is just the most generic, run-of-the-mill American mainstream modern horror film. It's very tropey. Nothing it does is new. It's just very tiring because I've seen it all a million times, and I'm just surprised that we're not done with this yet. I've never really gravitated towards supernatural films because they typically tend to be lazily written, because it's just like, oh, how does that work? I don't know, it's the supernatural. So that always kind of bugs me. But this film in particular, there's just really nothing special about it. The story just really isn't interesting, and the pacing doesn't do a good job. Nor does the structure. The structure really confused me. At one point there's a flashback, and then it goes back to present, and I was like, oh fuck, this is the present now? Okay. But I was very tired watching this, because I was doing that thing a lot. You know how you're tired and you go to blink, and then you're just like, my eyes have been closed for 15 seconds. Am I asleep? Can you even be aware if you're asleep? And so I kept doing that a lot. I was resting my eyes a lot during this film. And at one point, I'm not sure if I actually did nod off, because it feels like I missed something important, but I don't know if it just jumped to that. The climax is very boring. It's very typical, and there's a message thrown in at the end that's really just like, oh, that was really just thrown in there and explicitly stated, and it's just like, oh, that's the point of this film? Okay. It's just incredibly tropey, like the whole power of love, like, oh, man stops killing because woman he love is like, hey, remember me? Which is just, like, come on, bro. Sound design is like, it's, you know, scary violin, you know, composed by Joseph Bishara, you know, very iconic now. You know, it's just same shit in every modern horror film, and it just plays that, you know, the same song we've all heard, and then it goes silent for a minute, and then it's like, oh, well, nothing scary, and then boom, loud noise. I just personally don't find that scary, because, well, when I'm watching those scenes, all I'm thinking of is the filmmakers just sitting there like, oh, this is gonna get him, this is gonna get him, and I just picture them sitting there laughing that they were able to scare some people. That's not horror to me. Just exposition, oh, it's quiet now, loud noise. Hahaha, that's funny, I was scared by the loud noise. But I mean, if that's your thing, that's fine. You can enjoy whatever the fuck you want. It's just personally not my thing, because it doesn't feel, well, it's very lazy. It doesn't feel earned. Oh yeah, and the dialogue, I mean, yeah, it's good. It's fine. But there were a few lines that were said, and I chuckled, and no one else chuckled in the theater, and I was just like, oh wait, was that not a joke? And it's just like lines that I'm not sure if it was supposed to be corny, and it's self-aware, but Vera Farmiga's character has this ability to like see previous events that occurred and like live them out, I guess. And some demon is just like, whoa, how are you doing that? It's just so funny to me in this like serious horror film, and the demon's just like, whoa, that's pretty fucking sick. You can do that. Can you do the kickflip as well? So yeah, unintentionally funny at points. But also, speaking of Vera Farmiga, yeah, she's good, and so is Patrick Wilson. They're both very underappreciated actors who I think deserve a lot more recognition, purely because they're not in a Hollywood limelight. You know, they're actors. They do their job and then they go home. They're not celebrities, which I really admire. The direction in the first like 20 minutes, there were like 2 pretty cool edits, and I was like, oh, this looks promising. And then it seems like a producer walked in and was like, whoa, why are you putting any effort into this? And then so it just stopped. And also, it's just so dark. I get using a lot of darkness for mood and atmosphere, and it's very ominous, very typical. But there's a difference between using it for atmosphere and then just being like, okay, I can't see a fucking thing that's going on. Have I paid 15 quid to just stare at a black rectangle for 2 hours? Yeah, what else to say? I don't know, I'm really tired. But yeah, about halfway through, I just checked out of the story, and I maybe nodded off. I'm not sure. I want to go to bed. I really want to go to bed. You know, if you just want to watch it for a cheap scare and be like, I'm scared, isn't it funny? funny how I got scared, and that's your idea of fun, then that is perfectly fine. Go and watch this film if you feel safe to do so in a cinema, or watch on HBO Max when that comes out in like a week, I think. But yeah, there's nothing outstanding about this film. Yeah, it just ended up being really lame. But then again, this is not my film. I prefer character-focused horror, because that way I'm able to actually feel scared, because, you know, I don't want anything to happen to the characters that I care about. I'm not just scared because, oh fuck, I hope the people in the row behind me don't see my leg twitch at the loud noise. That would be embarrassing. Yeah, there's really not much else to say about it, because no one's even going to watch this, and I'm really tired. I want to go to bed. I'm going to edit this now. Bye. To the start. Back to the start. Yeah, so that was a really shitty video. I wasn't even going to watch the film, but then I was like, oh, I could rush out an immediate review video to stick to at least 1 month a video. No, 1 video a month, because I'm spending so much time on this promising young woman video. I finished the script 2 weeks ago and recorded it and cut it up, and I just need to do the actual edits. But yeah, it's going to be a long video, so yeah, hopefully that will be done soon, and that will be an actual good video. But yeah, watch it if you want. It's fine.